Integration. These 3 black and white collages were inspired after my visit to the Baha'i World Centre in November 2003. The photographs I was compelled to take while there were not of the amazing structures, but focused on the beautiful gardens. These gardens enchanted me, heaven on earth in a physical place. On returning to Australia, I spent a day in Sydney before returning home to Perth, Western Australia. Everywhere I went, I was confronted with zebra. What was the universe trying to tell me? I researched all my symbol books, nothing. Finally, on the internet, I found a very small, nearly insignificant reference to zebra as black stripes and white stripes. Zebra was the embodiment of integration, all that symbolises a black horse and all that symbolises a white horse, all that symbolises black and all that symbolises white, all in one living creature. My photographs of the gardens were full of stripes. The spaces between the pines equal to the thickness of the pines. The shadows they formed across the pebble paths around the olive grove at Badji, Haifa, Israel. Unconsciously, I had photographed stripes everywhere. On reflection of my journey, everything had something to do with integration. 6 months later, only after completing these 3 collages, am I finally able to understand what the universe was trying to tell me. Integration 1 collage. Title Words. This piece was very easy to create as I was memorising a small sentence that had inspired me from the Baha'i writings. How great the multitude of truths which the garment of words can never contain. Baha'u'llah. The rectangles of text from diverse cultures, unfinished crossword, timepiece, a fabric piece that infers a flag, superimposed zebra stripes painted in ancient cultural dot style, all expressing some normal information to the viewer, but at the same time all out of context, juxtaposition. Integration 2 collage titled Disintegration. It was at this point I went to the computer and looked up what was in the Baha'i writings on integration. I had completely forgotten the very important Rizvan message halfway through the 4-year plan in 1999 that had referred to the importance of these 2 forces. 2 powerful forces working up against each other, grinding like 2 large mountains to allow one to feed into the other to form one huge mountain. For integration to bring about a new world order out of the force of disintegration of the old orders. It was in doing this piece that the reality to the bigger picture of my journey to the Baha'i World Centre became very clear. The equal shapes and spaces between the black and white patterns, the diversity in form, the connection to zebra stripes symbolism. Again the crossword, but this time pulling apart or attracting to form. The hands pulling apart or struggling to get together and hang on. Zebra stripes, either forming or being stretched and pulled apart. Each rectangle space, a complete area of its own, spilling out into the others or retrieving back into its own self. The firm, balanced and integrated stable zebra foot holding it all up, steadfastness. The bird cage with only the shape of the imprisoned animal remaining. Still possible for it to be imprisoned or to finally break free of the cage of self forever. Detachment. Struggle is still needed to keep the force moving. If surrendering to comfort occurs under the testing at this point, we could all revert back to before. Vision. The sacred Baha'i writings are all we have to remind us where we are going and how to get there. Do not take your eyes off them. Faithfulness. The biggest reality check for me at that time was from the Baha'i World Centre that the integration force, guidance is coming from. Obedience. Integration 3. Collage, black and white artwork. Title to this one is Leaves. Aid all the leaves to attain the knowledge of the tree, Baha'u'llah. In this piece, the tree force is spreading out into every place, every space. Each rectangle may have started out completed and self-contained, but the tree branches are uniting and embellishing a new force into each and every unique place, every unique space, unifying. The branches soften the sharp edges, bring white light into dark places, create bridges and pathways between separated environments, not through oppression, nor through exploitation, but through empowerment, love, service. Integration is permeating into a much higher level of beauty, a much higher level vibration. The environment and objects have not disappeared, they have just become anew, moving into higher levels of beauty, higher levels of vibration, higher levels of excellence. Sit in the integrating force. Feel the negative energies flow out and the endorphins fill every dark space with love and joy, light. Allow it to wash over you like a huge wave. Trust you will rise back to the surface for the bright sunlight to shine into your very soul, made new. My conclusions: black and white colour and black and white horses, symbols pointing me towards the integration of the physical worlds, opposing forces being integrated and harnessed within me, balancing and becoming a Baha'i, always becoming, never actually going to get there, always growing towards.